work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Ay, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for wherever, I'll be front and center. Don't fly too close to the sun, your body chopped up by propellers. Came in arrogant, but left out in a stretcher. Fuck the comparison, y'all know y'all couldn't replicate it. Chillin' in the desert, I'm good under pressure.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
Said this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking about. All work, no pleasure. I ain't here to make friends, big stepper. Ay, bad guy, Heath Ledger. Ready for wherever, I'll be front and center. Quick to sever, however, whoever. Raining from above, we shooting down through your umbrella. Ay, getting fed up, nothing you could tell us. Snapping every shot I take, just wait till it develops.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
This a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, show 'em what we bout.
Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
Said this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking
Stick
about.
around when we hold it down, look at what we found. From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down. Stick around when we hold it down, look at what we found.
Said this a marathon, not a sprint, let's go 100 miles.
From the ground, with me to the clouds, never coming down.
That's the crown on me, wear it proud, fuck what they was talking about.
Turning practice to perfection took some trying. Who'd have thought that I'd get my next blessing from some lines? I turned this rap shit into my profession and defied all they projections. No ceiling on what's manifesting in my mind, cause I get stronger when the pressure build. More hunger, what's next to kill. Grind with the time I had to get paid over time. This so refined, just peep the detail. And it's all for retail. I used to get my inspo from the store, that was for... Now we don't cross my mind so much cause everything high. I don't even check the traffic flow cause everything fly. Before us whips, now I got extra keys. Just text my lady, I'm the greatest, she said yes indeed. Can't play it safe, I'm taking risks cause I know what could be. Where that could lead, you best believe I'll be the first to see. I paid the price to know my worth so I can't work for free. And put my soul in every moment, it's all sacrifice just by what you think worth the bleed. What you think worth the scars? Girl, it's way more to the world than fancy cars. We gon' live today, we might not see tomorrow. You gon' miss the galaxy, try and see the stars. Contemplate daily what's gon' get us far. No need to buy the world cause it's already yours. And I'm no longer searching for another reason. When I'm through with this earth, I might just rise up out the dirt and ball another season. 20s, 50s, 100s, I wanted it's mine. Planning the purchase, I'm buying land and the purpose divine. Pull out a family, one roof to stack, it won't cost them a dime. Fill me up seeing my people eat, that's the mark of a done. Can't be losing focus in the clutch, that's gon' cost you your prime. I took precaution, man, been at work since I first saw the sign. X by my cursive and I ain't slipped since I dotted the line. Make sure the ethic match my ambition and wait for the time when drinks is on me. Thanks I don't need. I done had this plan since both jeans and long tees. No extended hands that didn't feed, I'm on freeze. Cause I ain't got the battery to spin, I'm low key. I done put my TK in 10 times, no lie, I did the job. Had to wash my hands on wind, lay down at night and get to God. It had been so many times inside, I thought when nothing left. I was on my way up thinking I would fall, but took a step.
niggas always talking, I'm like, fuck it, let them chat. I've been getting money, you know I can live with that. Legend in my city, winning, showed it on the map. And if I leave this bitch tomorrow, they gon' quote it as a fact. I'm like, who the hell could stop me? Carbon copies on my timeline. Get up out your ego, learn to think with your divine mind. Main role in my movie, get that boot if you ain't acting right. Biting on my style, these niggas rapping with some appetite. Better know where you at night. Ride around with that strap at night. Catch me flicking ashes, thumping funky at your traffic light. Tipping out my bottle, all in honor of my dead. Swear these niggas want no drama on my mama, on your head. I was raised to be that way, you just can't hold it, G. Being a block, I'm on my pivot like I'm supposed to be. Clocking digits with them niggas who been close to me. Popping shit and putting dick all in her ovaries. But I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too played for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too played for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. Who gon' tell your tale if you don't leave no good impression? You ain't mad at me, little bitch, you mad at your reflection. Working on my hoodoo, burning sage for my protection. But if that shit there don't work, you know we brought that Smith & Wesson. I ain't stressing, found my blessing in the lowest state. She tell me, Xavier, please come over, though she know it's late. I could've went and beat that down, instead I chose to wait. I been that nigga in my city, that ain't no debate. See, once you learn to drop your feelings, you might drop your ceilings. I talk to God about my dealings when they got my healings. Don't point my way with all that drama, I be about my commas. What's worse about your lack of papers, you ain't got no honor. But I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too played for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground. I do my thing, bitch. I'm way too played for playing around, you know my language. Just send me that bread and I'm laying it down. I hold my weight, bitch. They know my name when I'm moving through town and I don't lane switch. I'ma keep it that way till I lay in the ground.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Big Dog Barkin, aka the Game Coach. Want to welcome y'all back to another live. You know what I'm saying? Where over here we talk about the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. No fluff, no filter. There's real and raw facts over here. You know what I'm saying? So before we get today's conversation started, if you be so inclined to hit that like button as y'all enter the building, likes are appreciated, likes are welcomed over here. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to reach 1,300 by the end of the year. I'm trying to get monetized by the end of the year, so help a brother out. Also, share this. Tell somebody to put their eyes on me. Tell somebody to watch me. You know, somebody, you know what I'm saying? Tell somebody to go tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And also, comment in the chat. You know what I'm saying? I will respond to the comments the best way as possible. If I don't get your comments, charge it to my head, not my heart. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And also, if you want to be part of the movement, hit the cash out. It's at the bottom of the screen. It's in the banner. So if you want to be part of the movement, you want to keep this raw and real and uncut truth, you want to keep this shit pushing, hit that cash out. You know what I'm saying? All donations will be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Give a little, give a lot. If you give, you give. If you don't give, I'm still going to give y'all what y'all need to become better men in society. So today's topic is what's holding you back when you in a rebound relationship. And a lot of the topics I talk about, it can be either way. It could be for the men, it could be for the women. But as I've said on several occasions, I don't coach women. I don't coach women. I have no urge to coach women. I have no urge to try to tell women how to move and how to act and how to talk and how to dress. I have no urge for it. Call me a simp, call me a sucker, call me what you want to call me. I really don't care. I never wanted to coach girls when I was coaching basketball. I never wanted to do it. The only female that I ever coached was my daughter. And I put game into my wife head. And any female willing to listen, I'm willing to put it in their head, but I'm not gonna beat anything in any woman's head. And either you gonna listen or you're not gonna listen. And the same way I do with women, the same way I do with guys. It's just that I'm a guy. And yeah, I'm a little bit more rough around the edges with the men because of the simple fact I know y'all are better than what I've been seeing over the past couple of years. I know y'all better. Now, for somehow, some way, over the last 20 years since I've been out the game, y'all done lost a little masculinity. And it's okay. It's cool. I understand some of y'all grievances and understand some of y'all problems. That's why y'all got Big Brother over here. That's why y'all got the OG over here. I ain't Uncle OG. According to the age level, I'm OG status, bro. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been out the game for 20. I've been dealing with women for over 30. I pretty much know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, with all the shit I talk about and everything I know, I'm also willing to learn what else is going on. I ain't one of those old heads that's gonna sit here and say my way of thinking is the only way to think. I know I'll be lying. I know I'll be lying to y'all if I just sit there and say my way is the right way, my way is the only way. I'll be lying to y'all. I mean, I know I done had my successes and I done had my failures with my way of thinking, and it might work for some, it might not work for others, and it is what it is. So while I sit up here and tell y'all how I look at the society, how I look at men in today's society, I can sit there and say, I know what your problem is. This is how you fix your problem. Either you want to fix it or not, or this is a new problem I don't know nothing about. I'm willing to listen. Enlighten me, inform me, tell me what's going on. So I'm always open for correction. I'm always open for criticism. Just because I'm the elder statesman, just because I'm the oldest nigga in the room right now, don't mean I'm the one that got all the answers. So I'm letting y'all know ahead of time. It's like, yes, I am a coach. Yes, I do see a problem with the way men are moving. Yes, I want to help. Yes, I will listen to your grievances and try to help your grievances, help your problems the best way possible. But it goes both ways. It's like if you want me to help, you have to be able to take my advice. You have to be able to take my criticism. You have to take my observations and what I see as what I see. As a man that been dealing with women for over 30 years, since I was 12, I'll be 46 in July. I think I have a firm grip of understanding the female species. And I know I could be wrong. But more times than not, I be right. So today we're gonna talk about why y'all men are always in rebound relationships. And I understand. Let's just say you one of those guys that was lucky enough to get a chick in today's society. And y'all were rocking out for a little bit, you know, lovey dovey, all that good shit. And then she breaks up with you, whether because you caught her cheating with another guy, or she just wanna something better, or things ain't going. It's numerous reasons why y'all broke up. I don't know. Pick one. I don't know. Pick one. Let's just say y'all broke up and you feel some type of way. She hurt your feelings. You feel some type of way. And before you know it, you right back out there looking for the replacement. And if you pay attention to social media, if you pay attention to these spaces we be in, a lot of the guys, the young guys in their 20s and their 30s, all in their 40s, their 50s, a lot of these single men that's looking for a potential mate, a potential woman, possible wife, they all saying the same thing is that all the women act the same. All the women do the same thing. All the ones wear the BBLs and the lashes and the tattoos, and they all on OnlyFans, and they all want to use you for dinner dates, and they got rosters and this, that, and the third. I hear this over and over and over again. That all the women are the same. You bunch all the women up into one group. And then what's so funny is after you done bunched all the women into one group, and according to y'all, it's the Western civilization, the women over here in the United States, no matter the race, the height, the weight, single, divorced, married, no kids, plenty kids, no money, plenty money, no matter what their scenario is, no matter what their case is, you bunch all of them up together and say all of them act the same. And then after you sit there and say all of them act the same, you still end up dating or getting up with a female that act the same way as the last female you was with. I'm gonna break that down again for y'all. You just broke up with a female for whatever reason, whether it's your fault, her fault, whatever the case may be. You just broke up with this female. As soon as you break up with her, you want to go back into the dating market. But in the dating market, you say all the women act the same. All the women move the same. All the women think the same. And going through all that, you still end up with a female that act the same way as the female you just broke up with. Make that make sense? You're in a vicious cycle. Now, in our last live, I talked about how my partner called me this past weekend, and he was talking to me about his situation at the house with his old lady, with his wife. Now they've been together for 6 years. Now don't hold me to this. It's like I know for a fact they married. They might be married. They might just be shacking up, whatever the case may be. But they've been his chick for the past 6 years. And I had to sit down with her and I told her about his previous experience with his former wife, his ex-wife, and what went on with them from what I know. And I told Shout out like, hey, bro, don't fuck over my partner. I let it be known up front. Don't fuck over my partner. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother. Don't fuck him over. Because he been through some shit. Don't fuck him over. And she like, oh, okay. And she was all like, oh, big dog, I'm glad he got a friend like you. You got his back. And I'm like, yeah, because that's my guy. And I want my guy to be in the best opportunities possible. Personal and professional. Cause I'm still waiting on him to get his food truck off the ground, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and all my guys that grew up with him, we waiting on that food truck to pop off the restaurant or whatever the case he gonna do. Cause he's like, hey, bro can cook. Bro can cook. I know that for a fact. We used to work together. I was a dishwasher. He was the chef. I seen him make shit happen behind the stove. I know he can cook. I told him, like, bro, I'm waiting on you to open up your food truck. I'm waiting for you to get your menu off the ground. So I'll come shop with you. But he was telling me about how him and his old lady were going through some things, and she basically was treating him like his ex-wife treated him. And he telling me what's going on. Then he started telling me about the ex-wife and what was going on with them and did that and the third. And then he went from the ex-wife. We going backwards now. We going backwards. Then we went from the ex-wife to how he was literally raised by his mother. We went from his current situation now all the way back to his childhood. And I've been knowing bruh since I was 10 years old. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing bruh for a long time. He be 37 in December. So I've been knowing bruh, 47. I've been knowing bruh for at least 35, 36 years. That's my guy. So we going all the way back to when we was young niggas running the streets, ripping and running the streets, smashing females and going to the liquor store, buying liquor when we was underage, buying square while we was underage, running up and down the street, going to other folks' apartments and violating. We were talking about all the shit we used to do when we were little boys. And then we get to talking about his mama. And I love his mama to death. His mama practically raised me. And if you've been over here, y'all know I always talk about my childhood and the women in my childhood. Most of my guys were raised by single moms. And I put myself in that category sometimes because my stepdaddy didn't do too much for me and my brother. Pretty much my mama doing everything. But I did have a father figure in my house, and he was a shitty father figure. But, I digress. So as we talking about his mama, and I'm sitting here like, bro, I love your mama to death, bro. I love her to death. But your mama was with the shit. And he was quiet. Because you know how y'all get when we start talking about your mamas. You want to defend your mama because your mama was there. She supported you. She put money in your pocket. She put clothes on your back. She put food in your stomach. Yeah, trust me, I know how y'all get when you start bringing up mama. Trust me. I had a mama. She passed away 20 some years ago. I never see my mama again. And it hurt me. You know what I'm saying? But I came to the realization of what my mama was before she passed away. And even though my mama was a good woman, no drinking, no smoking, no gambling, my mama picked bad niggas. My stepdad was a bad nigga. My real daddy was a bad nigga. And the few niggas she fucked with before she passed away, they wasn't all that either. And I told her, I was like, Mama, you just got a bad way of picking men. You picked the worst man possible. And from what I know is you pick bad men because the bad men you picked had good conversation. They ain't had no regular hood nigga shit. They had conversation about themselves. They was able to expand your mind and take you to places mentally that you never been before. And yeah, you got fucked over a lot of time because of a conversation. Which is why I like talking shit now, because I know what made my mama tick. I knew how my mama got. And the same reason, in the same way my mama got, is the same way I was able to get females. It was like, y'all like a motherfucker that can talk shit. You like a motherfucker that can touch your emotions and have that wherewithal to know what's going on and be able to be that shoulder for you to cry on, be able to have that ear open for you to listen. And I have ulterior motives. So yeah. My mother helped shape me into being the asshole I am today. Just by what I saw her allow. She wasn't terrible. She just allowed fuck shit in her house. She just allowed fuck shit in the house. DJ, what's going on, bro? Let me DJ Weird, I just gave you a wrench, bro. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I grew up with that type of shit in my house. And I watched what my mom would allow. I watched my mama do what she was doing. She wasn't drinking. She wasn't smoking weed. She wasn't taking drugs. She wasn't out all night. She wasn't gambling. She ain't had niggas running in and out of my house. She did all that good ass shit. But the nigga she picked overall was terrible. And I let her know that before she passed away. Like, mama, you pick bad niggas. That's your flaw. And because of your flaw, I end up being a bad nigga that could do nice shit in some females' eyes. It is what it is. So as I'm talking to my partner, we go all the way back from his current situation to his mother, his upbringing. I told him, I said, bro, your mama was a good woman. I said, your mama made sure you were straight. I said, your mama made sure you were fed, you and your sisters. She did everything she could as a single mama. I watched it. I was over your house when she made everybody was going crazy over her pot roast. I ate some of that pot roast. I was in your house. I spoke to your mama several occasions. I was friendly with your mama. Your mama loved me. It wasn't nothing I couldn't ask your mama for. I saw this. And I told him, I said, bro, but I also saw your mama with the fuck shit too. I saw your mama with the fuck shit. I saw your mama cussing you out, bro, because you didn't do something right. I saw your mama put you out the house if you didn't do what she asked you to do when you were 14 years old, bro. I seen your mama fighting your older sisters and your younger sister. I seen your mama cussing at your aunties out. I seen your mama doing this, that, and the third. Your mama had a drinking problem. You know how many nights we had to go across the motherfucking street because your mama want a bottle of Kvass and a Pepsi, and we 14, 15, 16 years old, taking a chance just because your mama want to get drunk. And not to mention, and I didn't want to say it, but my partner brought it out. He said, yeah. And she was letting niggas run in and out the house. Getting smashed on by different niggas. And I sit there like, hey, I didn't want to say it, but you said it. You know what I saw. I seen 3, 4, 5 different niggas running in and out your motherfucking house within 3 months. Because your mama need that pussy to be scratched. I seen it. And I love your mama. I love your mama to death. And I seen your mama act a fucking fool with you as the man, quote unquote, man of the house. I went to work early and you went to work early, but yeah, my mama asked me to help her out at the house because my stepdad didn't want to pay no bills, and I took on that job, but it wasn't like I had to do it. In your case, your mama made you go to work and made you pay big bills in that house as a 15-year-old, and if you didn't do it, she put your ass out. It was plenty of nights I seen you walking around the neighborhood, bro. Late night, because I'm out there too, but I'm out there on some bullshit. I ain't get put out the house. I'm out there trying to go get me some pussy. You out the house because your mama won't let you in the house. You got to find somewhere to crash for the night and shit like that. I remember waking up, getting ready to go to school, and I see you walking around, and you ain't going to school. You couldn't even get in the house the night before. You've been walking around the whole neighborhood all night long as a young nigga because you and your mama got into it. I literally told my mama to let me stay home just so you can take a nap. Just so you could take a nap, bro. I always been a real nigga to my niggas. That's why I say the shit I say on YouTube. It's like I'm a real nigga. I see you guys hurting. I see you guys fucked off in the game and shit like that. I can only tell you what I know. I can only tell y'all how I move for you to get off, get shit right. And like I said, I call myself gonna step away from this shit, but the past couple of conversations I had with people out, my daughter and my partner, let me know y'all niggas still need help. Now, do you want the help is a whole nother situation. I'll give you the help. Is you gonna take it? My nigga sat there and listened to me. And I'm telling him, like, bruh, truth of the matter is, you pick the women based off how your mama acts. You picking women according to your mother. And you in this vicious cycle of picking toxic women over and over and over again because your mother was toxic. She did right by you, but at the same time, she was toxic as fuck. And you couldn't do nothing about it because you was a teenager, you was a young boy. I grew up with you. We was in the same hood for 10 years. I've been knowing you for 30-something years. In them 10 years, we were running together in this neighborhood, bro. I watched your mama for 10 years fuck you over. I also watched this woman go crazy for you and do whatever for you, but I saw your mama be very toxic to you, bro. And as you got older and you start dealing with women outside of the hood and you start dealing with women in your 20s and your 30s, they all reminded me of your mama. Drinking, smoking, ripping and running the streets. Would have a job or be bullshitting. And then when they get fucked off in the game and the bag running low, they looking for you to pay all the bills and buy the weed and the alcohol and take care of their kids. Oh yeah, he like baby mamas. He like baby mamas. He like them with a lot of kids too. He ain't just fucking with them with one child. He want them. They got about 3, 4 of them. He want to be a provider. I know you're a protector. Problem solving, that ain't his strong point, but that's my guy. He already know. He ain't the biggest problem solver. He gonna do what he can to solve a problem, but he's not the smartest thing going on. But that's my guy. He'll fix it the best way he know how. But he's not the smartest. He know that. He know that. But I told him, I said, bro, the problem you have is you keep picking the same females based off your mother. And you love your mama, and you're not going to confront your mama about how she fucked you up. Like I said, I confronted my mother with how she was fucking me up before she passed away. My issue with my mother was you keep picking bad niggas based off their good conversation. You like their conversation. You like how they see things. You like how they talk. I said, but outside of that conversation, they just want to fuck. They don't want to pay no bill. They don't want to do nothing. They want to lay up in the house and fuck. And they'll get you off their back by holding a decent conversation that'll blow your mind. That is the reason why I think the way I think sometimes when it comes down to women, because I saw you allow that shit in my house. And you didn't correct it. You didn't correct it. So I grew up thinking I could do the same shit my stepdad was doing and everything will be all right. Because you let this shit rock. She couldn't say nothing to me when I put out there like that. She couldn't say nothing. I confronted her. And what I see now is a lot of guys in their mid-20s, in their 30s and 40s, they still won't confront their mother. They still won't look at their mother and tell their mama what the hell they did wrong, because you don't want your mama talking crazy to you. You don't want your mama slick disowning you. You don't want your mama to slick not pick up the phone and did that and the third, call you outcast. I understand that shit, bro. You don't want to piss off your mama. Because chances are a lot of y'all come from single parent household, and chances are that single parent was your mother. And chances are your mother did everything in her power to keep the roof over your head and food in your stomach, clothes on your back. I understand that shit 100%. But your mother fucked you up when it comes down to dealing with women. That's what's going on inside my daughter relationship now. From what she telling me is that his mother and them fucked you up so bad that you never corrected it, and now you want to stress her out because you can't correct your mama. And the same thing I saying about my daughter and her relationship, the same thing I told my nigga. Bro, you ain't never get your mama right. You ain't never tell your mama what's the problem. You didn't. Because your mama was a good woman to you. Your mama did everything in her power to make sure you was straight. And when she did wrong, you ain't got nothing to say. What going on, Schmitty? That's the problem. That's the problem a lot of men have right now. You can't confront your mama. You can't say nothing to her because you don't want your mama to talk crazy about you. You don't want your mama to talk crazy about you to your other relatives, to your brothers and sisters, to your aunties and your grandmama and shit like that. You don't want that. Ladies and gentlemen, I was the black sheep. When I started running my mouth, when I started saying what I had to say to my mama and my grandmama and my great grandmama and my aunties and my cousins, I was terrible according to them. How dare you say what you said? Hey, the funny part about it, you motherfuckers say it all the goddamn time to each other. Is you mad because a nigga said it to y'all? Am I lying? I heard my great grandmama calling my mama and my grandmama and my cousin all type of bitches and hoes. That's why I like women that cuss. That's why it don't even bother me when women be cussing each other out, when women be talking crazy to little niggas and shit like that. It don't. I laugh. I grew up out that type of shit. That shit don't bother me. For a woman to be cussing like a sailor, that shit don't bother me. I enjoy that type of shit. I enjoy that type of shit. Cause a lot of that time I hear the cussing out, and guess what? She finna go her ass in there and make a fat plate. She finna go in there and cook them down. I'm gonna see 4 pots on the stove, some in the oven, smoke coming out of all these motherfucking pots, and she done cuss everybody out. And get what? After cussing everybody out, I get a fat plate. I get a fat plate. My little greedy ass gonna eat the greens and the black eyed peas and the neck bones and all that type of shit. She done whipped up from scratch after cussing everybody out. And she put a pistol on me and told me she was gonna blow my ass off. And I hate that lady died. I wasn't there when she passed away. My great grandma was a piece of work. And I seen how aggressive she get when she don't get her motherfucking way. And guess what? It carried with me into my adulthood. And now I'm like, hey, y'all get mad when female be talking shit? I'm used to that type of shit. You mad because she talking her shit? I'm used to that type of shit. I'm used to that type of shit. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. Everywhere I go with my wife now, women say he's so spoiled. I'm spoiled. I agree with that. I'm spoiled. You know why I'm spoiled? Because my mama spoiled me. My mama told me I was the shit. My mama didn't tell me I was, you look like your daddy, you ain't shit. I ain't go through that shit. I don't know nothing about it. My mama told me I was the shit. My mama said I could do whatever the fuck I want to do if I put my mind to it. My mama told me, hey, go get your hair, comb your hair, put some clothes on. Girls like this shit. Girls like when you smell good. Do that shit, okay? Women like a conversation, okay? My mama the reason why I'm acting the way I act toward women, because my mama said you can do what the fuck you want to do. She can say whatever the fuck she want to say. Don't never call you stupid. That was the red line with her. That was the red flag because she cussed my grandmama out for calling me and my brother stupid. I seen her go to war with her mother for calling me and my brother stupid. Oh no, you ain't gonna call him stupid. Oh no. So I don't know nothing about that whole stupid shit. And my mama calling me stupid. Now she did say me and my brother belonged on the short bus a couple of times, just because me and my brother were foolish. But real for real, she ain't gonna let you call me stupid. How you think I do that as a grown man? My wife better not ever call me stupid. My wife can say whatever the fuck she want to say about me, and most of the time I shrug that shit off, no problem. But you call me stupid, you play with my motherfucking intelligence, we got a problem. Thanks to my mama, I got a problem when you playing with my intelligence. And she know not to play with my fucking intelligence. A lot of you guys was raised to be mama's boys, to shut the fuck up, because mama got everything under control, and mama be fucking you over at the same motherfucking time. I've always said the first woman to tell you the truth and lie to you is your mother. The first woman to give you everything and take everything away from you was your mother. The first woman to pat you on the back and say, good job, is the same woman that said you was a piece of shit was your mother. And a lot of you guys won't confront mother. Even though you know mother fucked you up. That's just part of the reason why you keep picking the same woman over and over and over and over again. That's why y'all keep complaining about the women acting certain type of ways and did that and the third, because chances are they're a reflection of your mother. I keep trying to tell guys that like these same ones y'all complaining about in their 20s and 30s, guess what? I probably smashed their mama. I probably had sex with your mother, and I know what I did to get the pussy from you. I know what I did. My daughter is 24. I hear y'all 25 and 26-year-old niggas fussing about these 24-year-old girls, and chances are you a product of a hurt woman by a nigga like me. Because my mother told me how to operate around your mother, which got me the pussy, and I had to deal with her no more. I hit it and quit it and was gone in the wind. And now your mama is sitting up there hurt because she fell for my little game, and she saw the red flag. She knew I wasn't shit, and she fell for it anyway. Same way I just told my daughter, it's like you saw the red flags in this nigga, and you fell for it anyway. And now you want to tell your daughter, your son, that daddy wasn't shit, that this nigga ain't this, niggas ain't this, niggas ain't that, woo, 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 woo. And the cycle continues. Because if you a son, she gonna try to tell you how to move that's nowhere near your daddy, but anytime your daddy pop out, she gonna let you know about it. Any little bullshit you do that remind her of your daddy, she gonna let you know you acting just like your daddy. I heard the shit when I was gambling, when I was trying to get over on motherfuckers. I heard that shit. Anytime I did something that was fucked up, you act just like your daddy. But guess what? Anytime I do something right, guess who get the credit? Mama. 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 So yeah. She wanted the credit, but when shit fucked up, it's your daddy's fault. And you watch mama do fuck shit all the motherfucking time and you don't say nothing. But it's always daddy's fault. I feel you. You think my wife don't say that shit now with my kids? My daughter was a valedictorian. My son was filth. She want all the credit for that shit. I'm like, well, no. Just because your kids super duper smart, them my kids too. They ain't just your kids because they smart, they my kids too. But they my kids when they do some dumb shit. They my kids when they get to run off at the mouth and talking they shit. Now them my kids. But when they smart, when they do something right, oh, look at my baby. No, them my babies too. You just can't claim them when they do right. You got to claim them when they do fucked up shit too. Yeah, mama fucks you over. Your mama done fucks you over. Another reason y'all keep picking the same females over and over again is because You actually still in love with the last female you had. You ain't never got over from the last little chick that were giving you pussy, that were giving you head, that help you on some bills, that cooked a little food here and there, and y'all broke up because you really was in love with them more than you want your niggas to know, more than you want your partners to know and your brothers to know. Oh, she all right, she all right, she all right. But deep down inside, you crying. You're crying. You locked up in your room. You don't want to come out. You don't want to smoke. You don't want to do shit. Trust me, I saw my brother go through it with his first wife. Like I be saying, bro, I don't be just talking out my ass to be talking out my ass. I actually went through all this shit that I try to give y'all. To let y'all know, bro, you're gonna either have to fight or leave this shit alone. You're gonna have to go to war. I seen that shit with my brother and his first wife, and they went through what they went through. Because he was with the shit. He held the women on the side. He wanted to be the sole provider, want to pay all the bills and shit like that. And one of the ways he was paying all the bills, he was a D-boy. He was a D-boy. And the folk kicked the door in on his ass. And I remember him telling me, bruh, all I saw were red dots. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. He said about 8 of them in that motherfucker. He was like, I ain't even pushing that much work for 8 of y'all motherfuckers coming. He said about maybe 3 or 4 of y'all, but 8. He said, I ain't doing that much. They get put out. And they put the screws on his wife at the time. It's like, either you tell us what we need to hear, or we're gonna take these kids away from you. And my brother was like, I pretty much knew she was gonna say what she had to say to keep the kids. He's like, I'm cool with that. All right, cool. They get put out. They go stay with her sister. Now, mind you, before they got put out, he had already caught her talking to another nigga. But because he was doing his thing, he really didn't push the issue. He pushed it, but not enough to get what he wanted out the case, out the situation. So he pushed the issue. She denied it. And I told him then, I like, bro, you had all the proof right there. You could have made a move. What's up, Rod with? You could have made a move, bro, and you chose not to. I said, but that's on you. Now you get kicked out because you pushing your little product. Go stay with her sister. Soon as she get comfortable, she tell you, we done. We done. We done. That's what she told my brother. We done. And he tried his damnedest to make shit work and all that type of shit. And I'm like, bro, it was over with. I said, you should have left when you had the leverage to leave. You should have left, but you chose not to. You want to be a good nigga, even though you a asshole, even though you smashing all these other chicks on the side, you still want to take care of home. You want to be the sole provider. You want to be a good husband, good father, and all that type of shit right there. I got it, bro. But at the same time, you with shit. You taking her love for advantage. You ain't really fucking with her tough. You just fucking with her. You love her. You married her. But you still doing what you doing. And once the pendulum swung in her direction, she had the leverage. She told you had to dip. She want nothing to do with you. And you were hurt. And you try to fix it. And she wasn't hearing that shit because she had to put up with all the shit you were doing over and over and over again while she was at the house cooking and cleaning and catering to you. She had to deal with all that type of shit. And then when the pendulum swung in her direction, she said, get the fuck out because I ain't got to deal with this shit no more. He ended up coming to my apartment. I'm in the projects at this time. I'm in the projects. I literally put my kids out their room just so he could stay in the room, for him to have somewhere to sleep. Me and my son were sleeping on the couch. My daughter and my wife were sleeping in my bed. Just so my brother can have his time and his space for himself to get over that shit. And that nigga was heartbroken. Didn't want us to do nothing. Heartbroken. And it was only so much I was like, bro, man, when you gonna get over this shit, bro? It is what it is. I'm sitting down with him and I'm breaking shit down. I'm like, bro, and I kept telling him, like, bro, if you would have left her alone when you first caught her doing something wrong, you would never have to go through this shit. She could have still went to her sister's house, but you could have been by your motherfucking self and do what you gotta do for your son and your daughter. Now, you was in love with that little chocolate thing with the wide hips and the big ass. That's your weakness. She chocolate and thick. And you let that take advantage of you and you didn't think straight. And you spending the next couple of months in my apartment in the hood crying. Crying. Then you go to Texas and you pick the same female again. That's your weakness, thick and chocolate. That's your weakness. You go pick the same female again and going through the same issues again. You get married again to the same female that just hurt you the last time. Because this second wife had other niggas. He found out about, don't do nothing. Then she put his ass out. He felt some type of way. To this day, he ain't fucking around. He ain't trying to get married no more. And guess what? He still playing the field, and guess what he chasing after? Some thick, some chocolate. In their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, doing the same shit that his ex-wife doing, his two ex-wives doing. They got other niggas on the side. He know they got other niggas on the side. He don't give a damn. As long as he get a little pussy, a little head, he don't care. And then when they try to pull the move on him, like, woo, 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 I don't even fuck with you no more. He like, oh, okay. And I'm like, bro, it's the same shit over and over again. You keep picking the same female because you like thick and chocolate. Oh, bless me. You keep picking the same females over and over again because of your type. You like thick and chocolate. That has the opportunity to get other niggas. And will throw your ass to the side if they get hold of a nigga that got more than you. Even though you're trying to be a provider and a protector and a problem solver, nigga, they already know you only like them because of their body. When they do bad shit, you really don't correct them. And that's the difference between me and him growing up in the same household is that he ain't never say nothing to my mama. Matter of fact, they used to have a really bad relationship. It wasn't terrible, but he was worse than me. Because she say something to his ass, he didn't want to hear the shit. He want to do what the fuck he wanted. At least I listen. At least I would listen. At least I would listen to my mama. He didn't want to listen. It was a couple of fights me and him that had just for the simple fact she trying to tell him some shit. He don't want to listen. He want to do what the fuck he want to do. Now gonna beam his ass up and like, bro, don't disrespect your mama, bro. She whatever she said, you don't even garner that disrespect you got for her. Because she done told you over and over and go over again. It's like you can tell somebody what the problem is without being disrespectful. You just want to be disrespectful to your mom. I beamed his ass up a couple of times. I turned him a whole nother shade of red for playing. Like, don't disrespect. Say what you gotta say, but be respectful. Same shit with his wives. You don't want to say shit. You want to do what you want to do. You don't want to say shit. They gonna do what they want to do, but because they thick and chocolate, you mesmerize. You're like, shit, as long as I get that pussy, as long as I see that big chocolate ass in the earth, I'm good. She can be with the shit. I'm good because I get what I want. But then they break up with your motherfucking ass and now you crying. And a lot of you motherfuckers suffer from that same shit. A lot of you motherfuckers suffer from that same shit. I'm gonna deal with this same type of female over and over again because I like how she look. And every time you fuck around with that female because of how she look, you end up being in the same situation over and over again. You end up getting hurt because that's what you like. You like looking at this shit naked. You want this shit next to your motherfucking body, next to your motherfucking skin. And she ain't shit. And you know she ain't shit, but because you like it, you wouldn't let this shit rock until she move on to something else and leave you in the motherfucking dirt. All because of her ass. But who am I to tell you niggas anything different? I'm according to some of y'all, I'm stupid. I'm slow. Because I'm from the South. I don't know shit, but I also got the results y'all niggas be talking about y'all want. I know that for a fact. I know that for a fact. I got the results y'all be wanting. You ain't gonna admit it, but I know that. Another reason why y'all keep picking the same women over and over again is because emotions. You ain't getting your emotions mixed. They don't feel you. They don't understand you. You want to be heard. You want to be talked to, and all that type of shit right there. Now, me being perfectly honest, in my own relationship, that was one of the main reasons I really was dealing with other women outside of my relationship because my wife didn't want to talk. My wife didn't want to talk to me when I was sober. My wife didn't want to talk when I was high. That was frustrating me because I grew up to where I could talk. I was allowed to talk in my house. I was allowed to say what I wanted to say. I just was disrespectful. I learned how to be respectful as I got older, but I was just disrespectful. I just called it like I saw it. And when I was dating, I get to say what I want to say. What I would have, what I was sober, I could say what I want to say. I can get whatever I had on my mind out. I was allowed to do that. And it was nothing to be said. Now, the problem was when I get with my wife, I can't say this because every time I say something, now I got to shut the fuck up. I don't know what I'm talking about. Woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, damn. I can't get no conversation. No conversation, no talking to, unless it's something you want to talk about. Everything I'm talking about don't mean shit. That bothered me. That bothered me. That was one of the reasons why I was always stepping out of the house. And like I said, it was an emotional cheat. Emotional. I just needed somebody to talk to. I wasn't really looking for the pussy. I was just looking for the conversation. Because I wasn't getting in the house. That bothered me. And it bothered me enough to go talk to other women. Because the one that I say I'm a married is one I did marry, the one I got kids with, don't like to talk to me. That bothered me. Because of how I came up. I couldn't talk to my wife. I could do everything else in this house. I could pay bills. I can raise the kids. I can solve problems and shit like that. I can fuck you. I can't talk to you. That was a problem. That was a problem. And I do believe if she would have opened up more, we would have had more conversation early in our marriage. I probably wouldn't did all the shit I did do. There's a good chance I wouldn't have been doing what I was doing if she was at least had the conversations with me that I was used to having with women. So yeah, that was my emotional trigger, is that I couldn't talk. I couldn't say nothing. And not trying to be a tyrant or a dictator or nothing like that. I just like talking to my women. And you don't want to talk. That irked me. That irked me. And again, if that was a red flag, if that was a trigger for me, instead of me just sucking it up and just dealing with this shit. I should have left her ass alone if that was the case. I didn't. I felt like I could get over it. I felt like it wasn't gonna hurt me. But as I got older and older and older, the more and more it happened, I felt like, hey, that shit really bothered me. That shit really bothered me. Until I really told her how I felt about the situation. And by the time I really told her how I felt about the situation, I was like, man, look, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I ain't gonna sugarcoat the shit. The main reason why I do this is because the main other female got time to listen. The main reason I'm doing what I'm doing because the female got time to listen. They got time to listen to my idea. They got time to listen to my problem. They got time to listen to me when I'm stressed. They got time to listen to me when I'm high. They got the time. They making time. You don't want to make time. That put me in a fucked up mood. So I get it. I get it. I get it. You want your emotional support. You want your woman to be there and be your crutch sometimes and be that ear to talk to and all that good shit right there. I understand that. I understand you need your woman for some shit. But when y'all get to the point to where you crying all the motherfucking time, whether it's because I can't be vulnerable because you're going to use it against me, or I can't say nothing because I'm stoic. However you want to look at it, we are emotional just like women. Now, you ain't supposed to be as emotional as a woman, but you do have emotions. I don't know why y'all be thinking that because you a man, you ain't supposed to have emotions when a woman and a man created you. So you do supposed to have some logic, and you do supposed to have some emotions. You just don't supposed to be extra emotional. And a lot of y'all are extra emotional. A lot of y'all extra emotional. Because you don't get shit the way you want it to be done and you don't know how to work the shit out. That was one of my problems. I didn't know how to talk the shit out. I didn't know how to word it and none of that type of shit. That just was, I feel some type of way. And the best thing for me to do is just talk to other women. I come to find out later on in life that just me holding a conversation with other women is a form of cheating, even if I didn't touch them. Go figure. But I need my emotional support because I wasn't getting it at the house. So I understand you're not getting the emotional support you need from the women you like, the women you love. I understand that shit. The other reason why y'all keep picking the same women because you need the validation. You keep picking the same women over and over again because you're hoping that one of these days they're gonna finally validate you for being a man. They're gonna finally give you the self-worth that you've been looking for that you ain't found on your own. That's what y'all be doing. Y'all keep picking the same women over and over again, hoping that one of them gonna finally tell you that you that nigga. And with the way society is now, it ain't too many women that's finna kiss your ass, bro. It ain't too many women just rolling over and letting you be the man. You want them to follow the plan, and then when they follow the plan, they say lead. You get to complain about being the leader. If you the leader, you the leader. If you gonna run some shit, run some shit. And like I say again, that's what's going on in my daughter relationship. Is the nigga want to be the leader. He wants to be the leader. And she said, okay, I'll follow your plan. Just like y'all be wanting a woman to follow y'all plan. So you want to follow the plan. She at home cooking and cleaning and all that good ass shit. Lead the show. She took a step back. Now you want to allow the stress. Now you want your woman to do what? You want to talk crazy to her. She just came out the hospital this morning, not too long ago. Blood pressure fucked up. She got the shakes and shit like that. She called me at 12 o'clock last night just to tell me she fucked up. And I was like, ain't that nigga laying right there? Somebody tell his ass get the fuck up and take you to the hospital. She called me back in about 30 minutes saying she in an Uber. Because he didn't want to get out of the bed. He got to go to work in the morning. He got to get out of the bed. He want to go to work in the morning. He want to be the provider. He want to pay all the bills and shit like that. But also being the leader is, this is what you asked for. You asked for a woman that had the opportunity to make twice, 3 times what you're making at your job. Take a step back, and she chose to. This is a woman you said you want to cook for you. My daughter do more cooking for you than she ever did for me. She keep the house clean. I could barely get her to keep the room clean. She keep the house clean. She doing everything you asking a woman to do. And even with all that, you still feel like you ain't that nigga. You still feel like you ain't that nigga, even when you have a woman like this on your shoulder, on your side, telling you, nigga, if I gotta go back to work, I'm going back to corporate America. I don't give a fuck about how much money I gotta spend on your ass. I fuck with you. But because you still want to be the man, you want her to work at a fast food restaurant after she had a baby. You want her to work at a retail store after she had the baby. I want to get a couple of hours in after she had the baby. Just so you can still feel like you the man. Just so you can feel like you that nigga. But she never threw money up in your face when she was working in corporate America. You latched on to her and her pockets. When you couldn't pay your car note, she paid your car note. When you was short on the rent, she paid the rent. When you needed this, that, and the third done, she was doing all that type of shit and never complained about spending the money. Never complained about spending the money. While you was over there trying to do more than what you needed to do because she knows steaks. She know what kind of steak she want. She know how she want her steak cooked. She likes seafood. She been to different places and shit like that and all that type of shit. So now you gotta keep up with the Joneses when the girl only wants Subway. That's her favorite, Subway. You get her Subway, she straight. You trying to take on the 5-star restaurants and shit like that. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. She ain't telling you to spend it. She know you ain't got it. She know you ain't got it. She ain't asked you to break yourself to take out to eat. Go give me some Subway. Go give me a Black Forest ham from Subway. I'm good. And even getting her a Black Forest ham is too much for you sometimes, okay? But you want to run around with your chest poked out like you the leader. You want to be the leader. You want to feel like you're worth something. But at the same time, you show her little by little that I ain't got it. And she know you ain't got it. And she still fucking with you anyway. But because of some little complex you have, you got to be the leader. You got to put everything in your position so you can feel like you that nigga. And she play along with it. But she like, you not going to stress me out while you want to play like you the boss. She seen the boss. She know how the boss moves. And he not acting like a boss. So that's basically the 4 main reasons why you keep picking the same women over and over again. 1, the childhood, your upbringing. 2, what you like physically. 3, you need the emotional support. You need the validation. That's 3 and 4. You need the emotional support and you need the validation of being a man. And you keep picking the same women over and over again just so you can get one or the other. One or the other. You keep getting the same ones over and over again based off them four qualities. And then get up here and complain about all the women acting the same. No, my God, that's you. That's you. That's you. And see, the best way to solve your problem, well, my bad, I ain't even getting that part yet. And now, with why you pick the same women over and over again, this is why you keep picking them. Another part of why you keep picking them is the fear of being alone. We are in men's mental health month. You feel what I'm saying? And trust me, I'm not saying what I'm saying to drive you crazy or nothing like that. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Like I said, there's no filters over here. We raw and uncut over here. I'm gonna tell y'all the shit y'all don't want to hear. I'm gonna ask the questions y'all don't want to ask, and I'm gonna give y'all the answers y'all don't want to hear. You don't want to be by yourself. If I look at the numbers, you know, I'm into analytics and stats and all that type of shit. When it's necessary, I use them when I use them. I pick and choose when I use them. But if I look at this and this men's mental health, it's like, yeah, men go through a lot of physical and emotional stress when they're by themselves. They drink more, they do more unhealthy shit when they by themselves, when they single. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I feel you. I understand. You don't want to be by yourself. And what used to be so funny to me is that y'all will quote Kevin Samuels, y'all will quote whoever you listen to, Red Pill, Manosphere, whatever content it is, y'all will listen to these guys and y'all be cheering that, oh, the women gonna be by themselves, the women gonna die alone, the women better go get them a dog and that. All that right there, but at the same time, you going through it too, and you don't want nobody to talk about you being by yourself and you eating dog food and you waiting on Fido to meet you at the door after a hard day at work, sitting by your side while you drinking a beer, playing with yourself, watch some old school Pinky and Cherokee, while your dog just sitting there ain't doing nothing, while you got a bottle of lotion in one hand and a beer in the other hand, eating Roman noodles, eating Roman noodles, going to sleep by yourself. Yeah, it's stressful. It's stressful. So guess what you do when you in these stressed out moments when you by yourself and you ain't got nobody to talk to, you ain't got nobody to hold in the middle of the night and all that good shit. Guess what you do? You go find a woman just to act like the woman you don't like. Just so you can have somebody to be in your house, somebody to be in your bed, somebody to be on your dick. Oh, yeah, hold on for a minute. My daughter called me. Hello.
What you doing?
I'm doing a live.
Go ahead.
I'll call you when I get through.
All right.
Y'all will literally go and get the worst females possible just because you by yourself, you're alone, and you want the companionship. You would literally go get the 304s. You would literally go get the IG models. You would literally go get the ladies of the night. You would literally go get all the women you say you don't like, the same women you complain about day in, day out. You would literally go get one just because you don't want to be by yourself. And on top of that, if you get one at the house and if the sex ain't it good, you're literally gonna try to make a relationship out of that shit. Knowing you only got her because you didn't want to be by yourself, and now you got her and she do some of the shit you like. Now you want to make this into a full-blown relationship and forgetting that the woman you just picked up is the same woman you don't like. The same 304 that wants something for you, she got to get it. Hit my cash out. I want to go here. I don't do this. I don't cook. I don't clean. I want to go to 5-star restaurants. You need to hit my cash up, link in bio, all that good ass shit right there. Yeah, I'm the game coach, queen. Respect it or check it. That's me. Keep trying to tell you, shout it. I keep trying to tell you, shout it. I done rebranded. You want to go to Rue Chris and who? Ocean Prime. Well, take your ass. Go ahead. Go on. Go ahead. Go on. You got it. You got it. You a hard working woman right about now. You working hard. You get the money. Go on, go to Rue Chris. Make sure you get that ribeye medium well. Don't get it well done. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have some type of juice left in your steak. You feel me? But what going on, Queen? I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I got you. I got you. But yeah, the same women y'all complain about all day, every day, when push come to shove, when you have no options, when the women you like ain't checking for you and all that type of shit, guess what you're gonna go do? You are going to go get the same woman you say you don't want. All in the name of being lonely. You don't want to be alone no more than the women want to be alone. You can sit there and talk bad about women being by themselves and how they gonna suffer winter coming and all that right there, but you going through it too. You're going through it too. You at home with a dog because of whatever reason why you can't get it right with women. You at home alone with the dog, just like she is. You looking at all your options and saying, I ain't got no options. I can't get nowhere with these women because I ain't 6 feet tall. I ain't making six figures. I ain't got no six pack. Woo 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 woo. I'm hopeless. I ain't got nothing going on with myself. And after you done convince yourself you ain't shit and you get what you get, then you go out in the world and go get the same women you don't like. Just so you won't be by yourself. And if the pussy ain't good, you're gonna try to make a relationship about that shit. And it's a woman you don't like. It's a woman you don't like. And like I try to tell you guys, is that bruh, I can simply talk about this shit to you niggas to let you know that y'all do the same shit y'all swear women do. Y'all do the same exact shit. You go through the same exact problems. I just happen to keep it real with you guys. I've been telling y'all I'm raw. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all don't want to hear. And I don't care because you need to hear it. You need to hear it, and you don't want to hear it. You want somebody to keep babying you motherfuckers and saying the world is this, and I'm worthless. Like, bro, okay, cool. You want to be a piece of shit? You want to be worthy, be worthy by yourself. Be worthless by yourself. If you don't check that of the day, the market, check the fuck out. Don't come back. But you can't check out then talk about the reason I checked out because all the women are saying, nigga, that's because that's all the women you see. And you willing to take one of the bad women that you complain about just so you won't be by yourself. Emotional baggage. The emotional baggage that you carry from a past relationship. You never healed. You never got over it. And it's obvious that when I hear you guys talking on these panels, when I watch our content, you haven't got over it. And I tell y'all guys, I got my heart broken when I was 20. And it hurt it. It hurt. Just like what my guy going through now, just like what my brother been through, just like a lot of people in my life, a lot of men in my life that I call brothers, that I fuck with. It hurts when you in a relationship with somebody you like, that you willing to do things for, you willing to spend that money, you willing to spend that time, you willing to talk to them and all that type of shit. It hurts when they're no longer around. And you never get over that. You never get over it. And you keep looking for women, and soon as some shit pop off that trigger you, they all the same. They all the same. All it takes for them to trigger that one little issue you had in a past relationship, for that to trigger, for you to say they all the same, they all move the same, they all think the same and shit like that. That's because you never got over that part right there. Whatever that little John Hurt did to you, at whatever age she did it to you, you never healed from that. You never got over from that shit. You never got over it. And you carry that shit into your adulthood, and you expect women to do what? Deal with that bullshit you carried from the last chick. You never healed. Another piece of emotional baggage, which y'all talk about all the time, is like when they call you broke. You a broke boy. You a broke boy. You ain't got no bread. You ain't got no money. That hurts, don't it? But let's be honest. Let's be honest. If we just gonna be honest, it's like you are broke. And I'm not saying that to say you can't get no money out of all that type of shit. Like, bro, if you by yourself and you only fending for yourself, you only got enough money for one person. That's you. That's you. So when you out here in the dating market and you trying to find you a potential mate, a potential girlfriend, a potential wife, whatever the case may be, you got to think about you only got enough money for you. You ain't got enough money for two. But you want to be the sole provider. Queen, you always want to come over here when you on break and you ain't got that much of a break. And then you want to be mad at me if I don't drop the link while you on break. And Queen, I'd rather for you to do the shit the right way. And when you have time to talk to me, you have time to come up here on the panel, I will let you on the panel. When you at work, I expect you to go to work. I'm just saying. Right? I love you. I love you. Take your head work. But yeah. Yeah. What was that? Damn. Why am I trying to thought? Hold up. Give me a minute. Oh, yeah. When they call you broke, you ain't got no bread. Again, you only got enough money for one person. Now, when you start dating and all that right there, yeah, she gonna want something. Reciprocity? We just got to talking about that reciprocity. She gonna want something. Now, like in my situation, my wife ain't the labor hoe or none of that type of shit. She ain't calling and telling me she want to do this, that, and the third. But I know what she like. She do like the nice dining. She like to go be entertained at the movie. She like to go to nice restaurants and shit like that. I give that to her. As long as I pay the bills too. I pay the bills. Now, I don't pay all of them. I tell y'all all the time, I'm in a 50-50 relationship. I don't give a damn. I pay bills, she pay bills. It is what it is. Don't care. She done threw little shots at me over the years talking about her money and shit like that. You know what I said in response to her throwing shots at me? Well, spend some money. Spend some money. Don't sit up here and tell me how much money you making and did that and the third and looking at me and I'm looking at you back and I'm like, well, go spend the bread. Don't talk about it, be about it. Don't sit up here and talk about how much you making per hour and all this type of shit. Then tell me to spend all my money and be broke while you sitting on no, shout it. No. If I'm spending money, you spend the money. We spend money on the house, guess what? We spend money on the bullshit. Because if you just spend money on the bullshit and I'm spending money all on the house and shit, guess what? I ain't gonna get the shit I want. I ain't gonna get the bullshit I want. If it's up to you, you gonna make sure you get all your bullshit. I ain't gonna get mine. But I gotta pay all the bills. No. You pay some of these bills, I pay some of these bills. So therefore, when I want some bullshit, I got the money to get my bullshit. I got the money to get your bullshit. That's how I always maneuvers. Like, it don't make a lot of sense for me to spend all my money and you not spend none of yours. That's just my logic. Hate me or love me, I don't care, but that's just how I think. But I know a lot of y'all feel some type of way when they say you're broke. You can't afford me. Now, it's some little slick manipulation and shit like that to that shit, but I'm being honest with y'all, y'all ain't got enough money to take care of two people. You ain't working enough hours to take care of two people. You ain't doing enough to, like, you ain't hustling hard enough to take care of two people. So that's the truth. You're not taking care of two people, you're taking care of one. And I've said over and over again, as a man, you're going to get by. You don't need to be in the fancy house and the fancy apartment, driving the newer car and got to stay fresh at every day when you go to work. You don't have to do that. You don't. Majority of the time, niggas not doing that shit if it's just them by themselves. They're going to get it how they live. They're going to get it how they live. It's now when you start dealing with women and women are looking for shit from you. Now you got to give them shit. And you're not prepared to do it. That's why a lot of times you want to sit there and minimize the lifestyle that women be wanting outside of the house. Because you ain't got no money to take them out the house. And you know this. And so what you're going to do, you're going to get mad when she wanted to go get her steak done. You want to go get mad when she want a pair of shoes. You want to get mad when she want her hair done and shit like that because that's money she want to spend on her bullshit. And you want to have an attitude about it, but you'll turn around and buy, y'all motherfuckers stood in line for the Switch 2. A video game. You motherfuckers stood in line for a Switch 2. But y'all be the same dude that say women asking for too much for a dinner date. But you wouldn't have spent the night in front of Best Buy to get a video game. And you wonder why they call you what they call you at times. You wonder why they call you what they call you at times. And that's why you always looking for a woman to not judge your bank account. True. And just let shit be how it be. Because you ain't got no extras. You got enough for you. You ain't got no extras. And women like the extras. And just in case of my daughter in her situation again, she had the money to go get the extras. You ain't have a problem with her paying for the extras. You ain't have a problem with her paying for the extras when she was in corporate America. You didn't have a problem with her helping you pay the bills with them nice corporate America checks. You didn't have a problem. And she let you be the leader. She had the money, but she was still operating out your plan. You ain't got the money for the extras, and you know you ain't got the money for the extras. You scared my daughter gonna throw that shit up in your motherfucking face. But the thing about it is you throw it up in her face. You want her not to agree with what you're saying? Or you want her to sit there and say, no, it ain't like that. But again, you want to be the leader and you can't lead. You want to be the provider and you can't provide. You feel some type of way. You get angry when you get disrespected. You get angry when you get disrespected. What is constructive criticism or flat out disrespect, y'all pop off so easy because you a man, you got dick and balls. I'm supposed to respect you all the time. A woman's supposed to respect you all the time because of the simple fact you got a dick. But you can move like a whole hoe out here. And the funny thing about it is, and we see it all the time, is like another nigga could disrespect you all day, but because you know it might be some violence that pop off, it might be some hands thrown and some furniture moving and shit like that. You keep your mouth closed. You keep your mouth closed. You try to go back and forth, but you keep your mouth closed because you already like it's a chance that it might escalate. It's a chance that we might get the jacking, we might get the popping. So it's best for me to just keep my mouth closed because I don't want that shit to happen. I see it all the time. And then I turn around and if a woman say something bad about you, you ready to put hands on her. A woman can say something negative to you and you ready to slap her. She can't talk to me like that. I'm a man. Don't she know I can hurt you? But the other nigga will talk shit to your ass and you sit the fuck down. You bitched out. But now she talking shit to you. Now you tough ass now. Make that make sense? You're back down to a nigga talking shit, but you ready to fight a female talking shit in the name of disrespect. Make that make sense? You keep leaving women that can't say nothing to you because it's a sign of disrespect, and chances are you're gonna go right back to the same woman that's disrespectful. All because of your emotional baggage. You ain't healed this shit. You ain't never confronted a female that was talking crazy to you. You never confronted a female that was calling you broke. You feel what I'm saying? You never confronted these females that hurt you, that fucked off on you. You never confronted them. And another reason you don't confront them, another reason you got all this emotional baggage is you feel so guilty about your fuck ups. Because some chick told you that you were downright wrong for a mistake. We're human, we make mistakes. But she let you know how fucked up you is and did and sent you on this whole guilt trip, this whole emotional roller coaster, make you feel some type of way, and you never recovered. You never recovered. And then every female you get, because of your emotional baggage, you need somebody to slick guilt trip you because you still feel some type of way about being wrong. You still looking for female to say you wrong. You still looking for female to fuck you over. You still looking for motherfucker to call your names. You're still looking for these type of fucked up ass women that trigger your emotions. And then when they trigger your emotions, you go off into your little tangents, your little temper tantrums and shit like that, just to go back and get another female that's gonna do the same shit over and over again. You ain't dealt with none of your baggage. You ain't healed from none of that shit. You never healed. You never took time out of your life to heal whatever the problem was, and you go right back out there. You go right back out there because you ain't sit your ass down to heal. You never healed. You never sat with the pain. You never sat there and just relax and say, look, this is what's going on. This is what I'm holding myself accountable for. This is what I don't like in women. Therefore, if I see it, I'm a bag away or did that in the third. No, because you gotta get a woman. But you never healed from the women going all the way back to childhood. You never healed. You took all that childhood trauma with you, all the bad relationships with you, all the disrespect, all the name calling, all the boundary breaking, all this type of shit. You carried that shit from childhood to adulthood, and you never fixed the problems. You never fixed the problems. Never. You never took time out to sit back and see what's really going on with society and why you keep picking the same chicks over and over and over and over again, because you never fix what's really hurt with you. Gentlemen, you're not broken, you're becoming something else. See, all that what I'm just saying is like the excuse that I'm broken. You're not broken, you're becoming broken. You're becoming unfixable. You're becoming problems. And the thing about becoming a problem is you have to own up to that shit. Accountability. If you want to be the bad guy, be the bad guy. But you can't cry about being the bad guy. If you say the bad guy, the Pookies and the Ray Ray, the ones that don't mean no good getting all the women, run that route. Run that play. If that's what you feel like is getting the results you want, be the bad guy, be the asshole. But a lot of you guys ain't savages. A lot of you guys don't want to be assholes. You don't want to be called out for your bullshit behavior. Cause now the blame gotta go both ways. Now you just ain't sit up here and say women the problem, women the reason why the community fucked up and shit like that. Cause now you have to admit to your own foolishness. You have to admit to your own bad behavior. And you don't want to do that. So that's why you don't want to pick the asshole route. That's why you don't want to be the bad guy. But the funny thing about it is this right here. If you get the woman to go by the rules you put forth, if you get a woman to play on your program, guess what? You be the bad guy. When I tell y'all I'm the game coach, when I tell y'all I'm a coach, I'm telling you what it is. You have to buy into my plan. You have to buy into my system. It have to intrigue you. You gotta want to play in it. I gotta make the pitch presentable for you to shine in my offense, to shine on my defense, whatever the case may be. I'm going to make the pitch presentable. I'm going to say the things I need to say to get you into my program. Now, when you in my program, I become the bad guy because I'm trying to do everything to get you right, to go out there and be successful. And I have to piss you off at times. I have to find ways to motivate you to get the results I need out of you, the results I know you got inside of you. I'm going to try to break you, but not in the way for you to be broken. It's for you to become better. I'm going to have to take away everything what's holding you back from becoming a great player. I have to take that away from you. I have to take away this bad behavior, this bullshit, this spoiled shit. I gotta take it away from you in order for you to reach where you're trying to reach. It ain't easy on my end, just like it ain't easy on your end, because you want what you want. You want to move how you want to move, and I get it. I feel you. I feel you. But the truth of the matter is, it's like, bro, is you trying to move how you moving for long term or short term success? If you just doing it for a one night stand, then hey, bro, go for what you know. There ain't nothing hard. If you're trying to do it for the long term success, then hey, we're gonna have to sit down, we're gonna have to get this shit right. You're gonna have to go through practice, you're gonna have to go through the pain. You're gonna have to go through what you need to go through to become him. And if you ain't ready to do that, then hey, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. But I can tell you this, and when I tell you this, I'm gonna get up out of here. Bruh, heal. Sit your ass down. Heal. Whatever you see on social media, half of it is real, half of it is fake. Heal. Talk to your mama. Have a nice father mother conversation and tell your mama, hey, look, I love you, but this is where you fuck me up at. And I carried this through my childhood. Go get up with them exes that talk bad about you and broke up with you and say, look, I never fully had closure when you did me wrong. I'm just speaking. I'm just speaking. I ain't trying to cause no problems in your relationship. I ain't trying to start no shit with you. I'm just speaking. The less you know, I got over it. I'm straight now. You did what you did, and I got over it. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I need to go get some more money. Yeah, I need to go hustle a little bit hard. I need to go pick up some hours. I need to go do this, that, and the third. You right. You right. So yeah, instead of kind of jumping your ass back out there trying to find a replacement for the woman you lost, take your time, get your mind right, get your body right, get your money right. Whatever you need to get it right. And once you get your shit together, then go back out there and try again. And chances are you're not gonna come across the same females over and over and over and over again. Worst case scenario, you get somebody that just like your mom. Best case scenario, you'll get a female that got some of your mama's traits, the good ones, and other shit you might not like, but you'll get used to it or you get rid of it. It's either a red flag or a deal breaker. It is what it is. But anyway, I'm finna get up out of here. I done did my time. I did my community service for today. Hey man, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, I'm trying to get to 1,300 subscribers before the end of the year. I'm also trying to get monetized by the end of the year. Y'all help me make that shit happen. Just watch my show. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe and watch, comment. You know, you want to hit the cash up and be part of the movement. Hit the cash and be part of the movement. You know what I'm saying? And until then, I'll get up with y'all at another time.